Great to be home.
Playing well.
Yes, indeed. It's great to be home. It's always fun playing home from the fans.
What's your appraisal of Seattle's run defense?
I mean, they have a great defense, but the way we look at it in this league is any given Sunday. Anybody can go out there and get the win. So we don't overlook any opponent. We lock in and prepare like we would for any other week.
You guys say you don't ever look at the standings, it's just one game at a time. But given that this wild card race is kind of heating up right now, how much do you pay attention to it? And has that been preached in the locker room about the importance of winning every one of these games?
I mean, it's smart to be aware of everyone and every team's situation, but at the end of the day, we have to focus on what we have and what we can control, and that's what we're doing now, just locking in.
What's the level of surprise to see what Tyron's doing the last month or so without really practicing with y'all?
I mean, it's not surprising at all. Type of guy he is, being in the league as long as he's been in and playing at the level that he's been playing, it's what you expect from a guy like him.
Can you do something like that?
Definitely.
You ask Mike to not practice?
No, I ain't doing that. I ain't trying to do that.
I know you were healthy at the start of the
that.
season, but how much more comfortable and confident are now, just watching what you've done the last couple of weeks?
I think we've done a great job, getting in rhythm, being on the same page with O-line, IDing things right, running backs, finding the holes and things like that. So I think it's just a rhythm thing that, you get just from the feel of being out there for so long with the same group.
What's different about Dak since that 49ers loss? What are you seeing from him? He says he's in a rhythm, but what are you guys seeing specifically from him?
He's locked in. The way that he's preparing throughout the weeks. I mean, he's been a big preparation guy, but just being locked in everything that he does and being decisive with his decision making.
You were talking a couple of weeks ago about just you needed to stay patient. A little bit of frustration, but you need to stay patient. Have we seen that in your running the last couple of games, or is that part of the rhythm, finding that rhythm with the offensive line?
Yeah, just part of that rhythm. Just being out there with those guys for so long over time and just getting used to things, getting a different feel for things like that.
Do you feel that you've created more opportunities to get you on the perimeter in the running game and in open space in the passing game that's been created?
Yeah, I feel like lately we've doing a good job, with getting our playmakers out in space, getting guys in spaces and areas where they're good at and just letting them make plays.
Tony, one of the narratives is you guys have 8 wins, but they're against teams that don't have a winning record. Now you have 5 straight games against teams with winning records. Does this stretch kind of motivate you guys to prove something, or do you think you kind of already have?
I hadn't really bought into the noise like that. The way we're looking at it, we're one game at a time. We're locked into who we got next.
Donovan Bland, how special is it what he's doing this year? Second on the team in terms of touchdowns?
Man, I don't even know how to describe what he's doing right now. I'm witnessing history. Every week we go out there with him. I'm pretty sure he'll get another one, so I'm always excited to see him play.
What makes him special?
Man, his patience and just the way that he baits the QBs in and just they fall for it every time.
As a running back, how much respect do you have for what he does when he gets the ball in his hands? I mean, that last interception, he had to break a couple tackles to get there.
Yeah, you can see that, all of his touchdowns aren't just gimmies. So that last one, he had to work for that one. So you definitely seen the skills. I don't know if he played running back in the past, but he got a little juice to him.
Does this season remind you of Diggs this year, 2 years ago, when he had like 7 consecutive games of a pick?
Yeah, very similar. Just having the breakout year that they're having, like Diggs did a couple years back, and just seeing, DB, a guy who's came from where he's come from, and to be where he's at now and make those plays is big.
Do you think the success of Dak in the passing game over the last month has been another reason why you think the run game has started to open up for you guys?
Definitely. Everything we feed off of each other, just playing complementary. Some weeks the run game may be a little bit better than the pass and vice versa, but, just having that good balance and just feeding off of both of them.
What kind of growth and improvement have you seen from Tyler Smith?
Just the maturity he has, the way he's locked in the meetings, taking notes, things like that, always being dialed in, answering questions, and then just seeing his production on the field just speaks for itself.
Mike McCarthy said to start the season he didn't need a top 5 offense, but now all of a sudden you guys are number 1 in scoring. Has he changed anything about his approach to play calling in the last couple of weeks?
I wouldn't say he changed anything. I think we just locked in and been doing a better job of executing and being on the same page now.
Why are you guys so?
What challenges do you see from the Seattle defense?
A very physical team, rangy. They got a lot of guys with length and things like that. just, try to keep our game plan and be physical with them. They're a little undersized, so just trying to use our advantage in that way.
Why are you guys so dominant at home? You've won 13 straight home games and many by blowouts.
Just the preparation we put in throughout the weeks, the execution we've been doing these past few weeks, and, just having the fans that we have, the support, and, that show up and show out everywhere we go, it makes it that much easier.
And coming off that real quick, on that, does sleeping at home really help you guys?
It does. It does for me.
Is there sort of a secret there?
I wouldn't say it's a secret, but it's a little advantage.
Thanks, TP.